yoga Nidra. Taking a moment to land in the space that you're in. For this practice today, noticing where your body connects to the surface beneath it. And then noticing the areas of your body that don't connect to the surface beneath it. And then while you're doing that, maybe you do a quick, tight squeeze of all the muscles in your body, tightly tensing, and then let it go. And see what can soften into the surface beneath you. And maybe taking a deep breath in. And if you feel comfortable saying out loud, and then maybe taking another 2 breaths like that. If you don't feel comfortable sighing your exhale, that's absolutely fine. Whatever works for you. And this is a practice for those days where you don't feel good enough for whatever reason. Whether that's external opinions of you, your life, your choices, whether that's your own opinions. But just maybe for this moment and this practice, you could surrender to, excuse my language, releasing the fucks that you give of other people's opinions, perceptions of you, even your internal judgment or criticism. Just letting go of those fucks that you give. Letting go of that care. Inviting yourself just to be here exactly as you are. With that invitation to be open to the possibility that exactly who you are here right now is absolutely who you should be and where you should be and who is good enough. Because who wrote those rules that you're following anyway? Maybe for a moment just checking in with your heart. How does it feel today? Maybe placing a hand on your heart or not, whatever works. Is there anything that you need today? And if your heart is asking for something, could you perhaps set an intention in this moment to honor that? Maybe repeat that intention 3 times inwardly. And just noticing how you feel when you check in with yourself and when you honor what you need. And then perhaps your attention flows to your body and perhaps scanning through from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, noticing sensation. It could be sensation like tension or pain, your digestion, blood flow, heartbeat, or it could even be just a subtle aliveness that you feel vibrating within your body. This is you, here, showing up for yourself. Sometimes when we do this exercise, what we notice instead of sensation is numbness. And that too is okay. Everything just as it is. And you might even find the more you come back to practices like this, the more you begin to notice what is happening within your body, or feel sensations. They're all possibilities. And then you might begin to Just notice the sensation of your breath. Notice your body breathing itself. Maybe focusing on where you notice your breath the most. For some people, that's the nostrils as the air flows in and out. For others, it could be in the belly or ribs, or even the spine as it presses against the surface beneath it. And the invitation here is for a breathing practice called box breathing. And so it might be easier for you if you visualize drawing a box in your mind's eye. And you might draw up one side for the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath and draw along the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, drawing down the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold between breaths along the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you continue doing the box breath in that way, so you could use the recommended count of 4. If you find that's not right for you, just simply change it to something that's more suitable. Seeing if you can keep each line of the box the same counts for your inhale, your hold, your exhale, your hold, and just continuing at your own rhythm. And wherever you are, you might release that practice and allow your breathing to return to its natural rhythm. Maybe just noticing for a moment what is now present in your awareness. Or what do you know about your breath in this moment? And then perhaps you allow your attention to become like a leaf or a feather floating on the top of a stream. So we begin to rotate attention throughout your body. So you might allow this leaf to float from space to space in your body, floating down your stream of being. And maybe you do simply just notice those areas. Perhaps you invite some softening or rest consciously into those areas, or acknowledge any sensation you feel there, beginning with the crown of your head, the back of your head, the whole of your scalp, all the way through your forehead, both of your temples, left and right, both eyebrows, right and left, the space between your eyebrows, your left eye, right eye, your right eyelid, your left eyelid, your left cheek and right cheek, your right ear, your left ear, the spaces inside your left ear, the spaces inside your right ear, behind your right ear, behind your left ear, the center of your head, inside your left nostril, inside your right nostril, the tip of your nose, the whole of your nose, your upper gums, lower gums, your front teeth, back teeth, and that space between your upper and lower teeth and jaw, the floor of your mouth, the roof of your mouth, inside of the right cheek, inside of the left cheek, your jaw, the front of your neck and back of your neck, the left side of your neck and right side of your neck, your collarbones, right and left, and the space between your collarbones, the tops of both shoulders, and along the outer sides of both of your upper arms, the tips of both elbows, the outer sides of both of your forearms, the back of both of your wrists, the tips of all of your fingers and the tips of both thumbs on your left hand and right, and the spaces in between all of your fingers on your right and left hand, both thumbs left and right, the tips and base, both index fingers, tips and base, both middle fingers, tips and base, the fourth fingers on both hands, tips and base, your two little fingers, tips and base, the webbing in between all of the fingers, the palms of both of your hands, your inner wrists on the left and right, your inner forearms on the right and left, your inner elbows, the inner surface of your upper arms, your left armpit, your right armpit, your left ribs, the spaces between your left ribs, your right ribs, and the spaces between your right ribs, your left shoulder blade, your right shoulder blade, the space between your two shoulder blades, the right side of your belly, the left side of your belly, your navel, your spine behind your belly and lower back, your left hip, right hip, the whole of your pelvis, the top of your left thigh, the top of your right thigh, the back of your right thigh, the back of your left thigh, back of your knee, left and right, and the top of your knee, right and left, your left shin, right shin, right calf, left calf, left ankle, right ankle, the top of your right foot, the sole of your left foot, your big toes, right and left, both second toes, both third toes, both fourth toes, both little toes, the tips of all of your toes, and all the spaces in between the toes on both feet. And allowing your attention to float to the whole right side of your body and the whole left side of your body, and both sides of your body at the same time. Both legs at the same time, both arms at the same time, your head, neck, spine, the tips of your toes, the crown of your head. It's awareness, sensation, rest. And as you rest here for a moment, maybe you consider a thought, emotion, feeling, memory of whatever it is that has made you feel not good enough today. And if it feels safe to do so, just really allowing that to unfold in your awareness. Maybe it was someone who said something, or something that fell through, or something consistent that seems to happen when you're around. Whatever it is, just allow that to be here fully in this moment. Noticing what words or beliefs come through with it. Maybe even noticing where those words or beliefs come from. Whose are they? Are they even yours? Noticing any sensations in your body that accompany this. Where are they and what they feel like? And then the invitation here is to just for a moment, if you could believe the opposite to be true, that you are good enough. You are okay exactly as you are now, today, just as you are. What would that look like? What would being good enough look like for you? And maybe you're having different imagery of a life that is different to yours. Maybe you can see a gap from where you are to where you'd like to be. But I invite you, if you're okay with it, to perhaps rest in the knowledge, even just for a moment. What if you are good enough right now? Just as you are. What if this version of you is the one that is good enough? What if you were already whole? What if you didn't need to change or fix or heal anything else? It's okay to own things, to own your shit. But as well as that, it's okay to accept yourself. And so the invitation is to rest in the belief for this moment that you are good enough. And I wonder as you repeat that inwardly to yourself that you are good enough already, now. Whether that evokes any other images or memories, thoughts, sensations, emotions, feelings. And I wonder if you could just take a moment to just experience that. Acknowledging any sensation in your body, where it is and what does it feel like. And then perhaps if it feels right for you, maybe you even just experiment curiously with moving back and forth between I'm not good enough and I am good enough, and everything that comes through those words for you. Moving back and forth between those two at your own rhythm. And just noticing how that affects your body and mind when you do that. And then if you feel called to do so, the invitation is to bring both of those beliefs into your awareness at the same time. And just seeing what happens when you believe both I am not good enough and I am good enough at exactly the same time. And again, just noticing how that affects your body and mind, sensations. Just reminding yourself where you are here. And you might release that exercise and perhaps bring into your awareness an image that feels supportive for you in this moment. It could be of someone you love or someone who loves you. It could be a memory of something you enjoy doing. Someone or something that makes you feel valued, safe, supported, good enough. And it could be real or completely made up. And wherever you are with that image, could you really lean into it and bring it to life? Noticing any sounds, colors, and smells, textures. Really allowing yourself to be there, leaning into that support. And then perhaps you lean back into your own river-like nature. Noticing your breath again, that support in your breath as it flows in and out like the current of a body of water floating. You might begin to notice sensation in your body again, or even the space and shape that your body takes in the room that you're in. You might welcome sounds, back into your environment, your awareness. Those sounds that are close to you, the ones that are further away. And maybe you again become aware of the spaces where your body connects to the surface beneath it. As you begin to ever so slowly wake up from your yoga Nidra nap. And the invitation is to really just give yourself some time to reflect on the experience that you've had in this practice, and the way that you feel about yourself, or the beliefs that you have about yourself. And where those come from. And that subtle permission to rest into good enoughness today, because you already are. And when you're ready for some movement, you might wiggle your fingers or toes. Notice the stretch and the webbing between them. Press your thumb and index finger together, thumb and middle finger, ring finger, thumb and little finger. And maybe take some time to journal. If you've got a drink nearby, maybe having a sip of that, just as you ever so slowly take as much time as you need to come back into your fully awakened state. I thank you so much for practicing with me again today and being part of this community. If you would like to know when I post recordings, I typically do them every week and upload on a Wednesday or Saturday New Zealand time. You're welcome to subscribe if you feel called to be a part of this community. Thank you again for practicing with me. I'd love to hear in the comments below how this practice felt for you today. Sending you all my love as you continue on with your day and all the sweetness that is you. Namaste.